Hi guys, Steph here. Right, today we've got for you a very nice, handsome pen. Now, the sort of story behind this particular pen, I had a good customer of mine a couple of months ago sort of reached out to me and said, Steph, do you have a Parker Maxima? Now, at the time, I didn't have one available, but I said to him, right, I'll keep my eyes open and see if I can find one. And then just recently, I found this lovely classic black Parker Maxima. I actually bought this from a pen dealer. Now, when I bought it, yeah, it was in fair condition, but not to my personal standards. So when I got home, I did a little bit of work on it, and it's now, well, I'm now happy for it to go to my customer. So as I said, a lovely Parker Maxima. The barrel imprint reads Parker, and then is it Maxima Duofold, made in England. And then just to the right there, hopefully you can see it's got the number 6, okay, which is indicating the pen was made in 1960, which is correct, because at the time, at this particular period, Parker had a range of what they termed as the new Duofold pens. So the new Duofold range had numerous pens. Around 1954, the Parker Duofold Senior was introduced, which was the top of the range at the time. Now, the Senior was discontinued in 1958 and was replaced by this pen, the Parker Maxima Duofold, or the Duofold Maxima, and then this became the top of the range, the flagship fountain pen. Okay, also at the time, around just a little bit earlier, around about 1953, Parker introduced what we term as the aerometric filler, which we'll show in a moment, which was, from the Parker 51, a very nice, reliable filling system. So, yeah, so what we've got is a Parker Duofold Maxima, as it says on the barrel, from the 1960s. This one, you can see, as we said, is in classic black. They also brought them out in the red, blue, and a green colour. Okay, now the size of this large pen, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, 143 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a lovely, chunky 12 millimeters in diameter. So as you can see, it's a lovely, large fountain pen, as it should be, because as we've said, it was the flagship pen of that period within the Parker new Duofold range. Okay, so let's go up to the cap there. You can see it's got quite a large, wide cap band with these chevrons running around the band, as you can see there. We go up to the clip. It's got the very recognizable Parker arrow clip, as you can see there. To the very top, we've got this slightly peaked stud to the very top of the cap, as you can see there. Very nice indeed. As I said, it was pretty good when I received it, but for me personally, I wasn't 100% happy with it, so I've just sort of improved it a little bit. Now, if we unscrew the cap for you, let's show you the pen in numerous different angles. And I think the classic black with this gold plated, gold filled trim is absolutely stunning. Okay, so before we show you the nib, let's open it up and show you the aerometric type filler we were talking about. And here we have that filler. Okay, now if we show you the sack protector, has Parker, and then it's got the filling instructions. It says to fill, press rib bar at least 5 times. And then a little bit further, it's got the Parker Pen Company Limited, London, England. Okay, so we've got the instructions on the sack protector. This was a little bit dirty when I received it. I've cleaned it up. The main fault that I had was the sack inside was it had some quite stubborn ink stains, but as you can see now, it is lovely and clean. Okay, so I wasn't too happy with the sack. I spent a couple of days soaking and cleaning, and it's now come up absolutely lovely. So a lovely, clean sack inside the pen. Let's pop the barrel back on. Let's go back to the top of the pen. You can see it's got the threads there, nice and clean. As I say, when I clean things personally, I clean inside the cap, I clean the threads, everything basically gets thoroughly cleaned until I'm happy with it. So the section, slightly small, just sort of tapers towards the nib, and then what we've got there is the lovely large Maxima nib, which is what the pen is actually renowned for. Okay, so let's show you a close-up of the nib. So here we have the iconic Maxima nib, a lovely large nib. You can see it's got the arrow, sort of the arrow imprint to the top of the nib there. Just below it, we've got 14 carat Parker, England, and then to the bottom, the number 50, which is the correct large Maxima nib. Very nice indeed. There's a sideways view. We've got the feed underneath there, the ladder feed as well. But all in all, a stunning nib. Okay, so there you have it, a beautiful nib, the iconic number 50 Parker nib. The size, because as we said, it's a lovely large pen. Obviously, if you were using this at the board meeting, you know, people I think would look at you and it makes a statement. It's very comfortable to hold. For me personally, it's a lovely large size pen. Now, because the pen will literally be going in the post today to the customer, I don't want to fill the pen because I'm going to leave that pleasure to the new owner. But let's just do a dip test. So what we've got is a Parker Duofold, and this one being the Maxima from 1960, made in England. And as we said, it was the top of the range pen, the flagship pen of the period at the time. There's no flex, obviously, it's quite a stiff nib. but writing very nicely with, I would say, a fine line. Okay, so there you go. Writing very nicely, as you would expect from a sort of top of the range pen of that particular period. So what I'll do, I'll clean that nib after the video. This pen will be whizzing its way in the post today to the new owner. So I hope you like the pen, Steve. I hope it was worth the wait for a couple of days for you, but I'm sure you're going to enjoy the pen. It's absolutely gorgeous. So there we have it. A Parker Duofold Maxima, top of the range, the flagship pen from the 1960s, in lovely condition, and now will be enjoyed by the new owner. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment below. Don't be shy. And don't forget, like Steve, if you don't ask, you don't know. So don't be shy. Pop me an email. I can only say no. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well if you will. But for now, I'm just going to say Slavo Ukraini from me and this handsome pen. Bye-bye for now.